Welcome to another edition of the Sports One. And we are back. We got the full crew in the house. That is what it's all about. The Yankees, out of any team in the league, are the best equipped to handle a blow like this.
I think there is a higher power at play here. He's due law of averages. That dude is the ultimate scrub. It's trash. Yeah. Every person you have in there is fucking trash.
Next game, you're going to see a big performance. You can see it in the end of the game, and I'm just totally stoked and excited for this.
Hello, friends, and welcome to the 87th edition of the Masters Tournament. Scotty Scheffler looks to repeat as Masters champion. We have Larry Mize and Sandy Lyle playing in their last Masters tournament. And of course, the return of Tiger Woods. Can he contend at Augusta, a place that he's never missed the cut before? And what about the return of Phil and all the other 17 live golfers? Can Patrick Reed, Dustin Johnson, can they don the green jacket once again? I am your host, Brian Barnaby, and I am joined by Anthony Materiello. How are you doing, sir?
Hello, friends. I am doing well here now in the corner, in the beautiful corner of Downtown TV Studios, sitting here producing Sports Bars.
Almost like Amen Corner, the tremendous stretch on the back nine of Augusta. And currently, right now, 2003 champion Mike Weir sits atop the leaderboard with several other golfers at 1 under par through 9. Very early on here, Tiger Woods to tee off momentarily. I am so excited. How are you feeling, sir?
I am totally amplified here, pumped to see Tiger's return.
It really is, Tony. Unbelievable. What an event that the Masters tournament is. There's just nothing that compares to it in the world of golf.
Good job there, Brian.
You know, I tried my best. Jimmy Nance, I think somewhere is smiling, right?
Oh, yes, I think so, as always.
Yeah. So like I said, we're very early on here. So, you know, there's just too many guys just tied at 1 under. But I'm sure as the show progresses, you know, I'll have my feed going over here. I will bring you guys any updates that I can. And obviously, like I had said in the introduction, all eyes on Tiger Woods here. You know, can he pull the improbable? Tony expects it. Michael expects it. I hope for it, Tony.
Yeah.
We'll see.
What are the betting odds here? Do you know on Tiger?
If I had to guess, I mean, I would think at least 35 to 40 to 1. Woods,
That's not too bad, dude.
Oh yeah. How about this? 66 to 1.
Wow, dude.
So, obviously,
Couple shekels, Brian.
Couple shekels up there. Nice payday. So something to monitor. And like I said, I'll bring everybody as many updates as I can here at Augusta National. And it's nice, you know, you got a good day today before that heavy weather really sets in. So obviously, other than golf, a lot of baseball to talk about, hockey to talk about. So let's jump right into it. The world of Major League Baseball.
It's deep to left. It's 700. Albert Pujols.
Yeah, what a play! Stop it, Tony. Skip.
And Alonso cracks one of the Mets win the ball game. Out of sight. And it works at 100 miles an hour. 14 strikeout.
Drove deep to left field. There it goes. See ya.
All right. So today, Tony, despite the start of the Masters, slightly disappointing just because, you know, me and you, we're looking forward to watching our teams play. Their games, the Mets, the home opener, you know, the Yankees to begin their series in Baltimore.
Kind of bogus.
But due to impending rain, which doesn't seem like it's arriving in the New York area till about 5-6 o'clock with a 1 o'clock game, Doesn't make any sense, but they did pull the plug early there. Same thing with the Yankees in Baltimore. So they'll have a 3:05, 7:05 start time tomorrow. So obviously, we'll just have to wait one more day for that.
I can wait, Brian, I think.
We'll talk about that in a second. And I believe we do have a comment from Michael.
Yeah. He goes, fellas, let's go. Best in the business. Only thing the Rangers are shutting is their Stanley Cup hopes when they face the Devils. Anita is hot about the Masters. Let's get her on for an update, question mark, exclamation point. Anita Marks, Brian. Does she know much about golf?
I wouldn't think so. She's probably just focused, obviously, on the
bets.
betting angle.
Of course. She loves the bets, dude. Adrenaline junkie, that one.
And there's something too that we'll have to talk about the Rangers and the Devils. Something that I guess dropped the ball on, to put it quite frankly.
Oh wow.
But we'll talk about that in a little bit.
Thank you for tuning in, Michael.
Yeah, of course, Michael. I mean, we always.
Oh
always
wow.
appreciate.
And then he says, follow her on Twitter. And he goes, you won't regret it.
I'm surprised you don't already follow her on Twitter.
Honestly, I don't know. I mean, I haven't really, I guess, seen many tweets from her. It's actually kind of funny you mentioned that because I feel like, I started following Dave because he came up with my suggested tweets one day, I guess maybe because my phone heard we were talking about it, but I've never seen Anita's Twitter. Is she like active? Is it a good Twitter? Do you know? Are you aware?
I don't actually follow it myself. I just figured, Mike would have gotten you riled up for it.
And he says she follows your boy.
And I'm just
our
questioning,
boy is Michael.
Do you think Michael, just maybe a hair too late missed the introduction?
I think he did.
I
miss
feel
the
like
intro.
he would have.
Yeah.
Michael, please roll back the tape. I'm not
roll
kidding.
back the intro.
You are that is going to be a clip somewhere. We know that.
Yeah, I'm going to try and clip it up right after the show, dude.
So let's go. The Masters tournament, Michael. The Masters.
Is Jim Nance on Twitter? Maybe I'll DM him the video.
Jim Nance is on Twitter. One thing that I think that they should do, and I know they split the coverage with ESPN and CBS, but CBS produces the whole thing. Get Nance on there on Thursday.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
not?
Why do we have to wait till Saturday to get him on there?
Yeah, that's kind of annoying.
SVP, Andy North, not too bad, but just something to keep in mind. But on to the diamond. Yesterday, the Yankees did have their series finale with the Philadelphia Phillies. Garrett Cole, following up his outstanding start on opening day, giving them 6 1/3 innings, 3 hits, 1 run, 3 walks, 8 strikeouts, second consecutive start that he does not allow a home run. His ERA sits at a sparkling 0.73 through 103 pitches, 68 for strikes. Just was working the whole plate, every angle. And it's just so refreshing to see that out of Cole. And I think definitely prior to the playoffs last year, there was a lot of backlash that Garrett Cole was receiving. And I understand the point. He gave up over 30 home runs last year. And then, of course, the infamous wild card start that I was at Fenway Park. So you understand that angle. But I think a lot of people were ignoring the other body of work. And we've seen for quite some time that Garrett Cole has all the talent in the world. He can throw any pitch in any spot, and he's just completely fearless. You think about that, a complete game shutout he threw against the Astros a couple years back, throwing like 130 pitches, telling Boone to get the F off the mound when he tried to take him out. I mean, he is just completely jacked, and that just makes me so excited. And, it comes at a time where, the Yankees are down a couple starters. And, with Rodon on the injured list, you need this out of Cole. But let's take our call from Michael.
Good morning. You are live on the Sports Port. What do you want to talk about? Hello?
Hello?
Hello, yes. You're live on the Sports Port.
Hi, dude. So the intro, was that scripted, Barnes, at the beginning? Or
No. All improv, Michael.
Improv, right?
Yeah.
If that doesn't go viral, this world is doomed to fail.
I couldn't agree more. And Tony was just talking about it. We're definitely going TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube.
Yeah.
TikTok, that might be a couple million views, honestly.
I think it
Gotta
could.
be.
Honestly, dude, not one hiccup, not one misstep of wording, or you know what I mean, and it all made sense.
Hey, I learned from the best. Jimmy Nance.
Outstanding work there. It really was.
Outstanding. Oh my gosh, almost as good as the Devils.
Where's this coming from? You're hot on the Devils all of a sudden?
Playoffs are coming, baby, and I'm just excited. Once when they cawed, now they fall.
What?
Yeah, no, I don't know. I don't got anything for you.
I don't think Brian had anything for you.
No. But we're gonna talk about it. But first of all, hockey's got to change their seating. We'll talk about this in a little bit. But just while Michael's on the phone, we were thinking the Rangers aren't going to play the Devils.
They are.
They are because they don't do 1A, 2-7. They do the second and third teams in the Metropolitan Division playing each other. That is the dumbest thing that I've ever heard. Why do that?
It doesn't make any sense at all.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. But I mean, obviously, it'll be an intense matchup. But I think you can agree, Michael. It would be better if it was Eastern Conference Finals.
Oh yeah, dude.
Dude, yeah, 100%. What I can guarantee though is there going to be a Sunday game?
I guess it just
probably.
Yeah, I mean, usually they try to set that up like the NBA does.
Yeah. Odds are there will be. Yeah.
Dude, that's sick. We're gonna have it live at the Horseshoe.
Oh, like you mean next upcoming Sunday?
It would be the actually, do we know look it up right now. When do the playoffs start?
I mean, we could always, talk to the Horseshoe and coordinate.
Oh yeah, April
17th. So the day after. Monday they start.
It's the day after.
It's the day after.
It's not necessarily that's the first game of the series. Though it could be the following day. They don't.
Yeah, it could be Tuesday. Yeah, of course. So I don't know. I mean, we could catch a break, and the following Sunday could be, a game.
So yeah, dude. By the way, follow Anita. Definitely a good follow. Isn't it crazy that she follows me? I got a good following of celebs, I'd say.
Does she engage with you on your Twitter?
Yeah, no, for real. I'm not even just saying that. I've got like a decent amount built up over the years, I'd say.
Wait, what was the deal with her? You were holding for someone else, and then she put you on?
No, dude. So you want to hear the story?
Yeah. Let's hear it.
This is a good story. I'm not gonna lie. Tony's like, but Barnes, you'll even like.
I actually do enjoy the story. I've heard it twice already, and I love it every time.
It's been a while, so I just if you could re-engage me.
So I finished. I'll make it brief. I finished the ship at local when I was working there at the time, and I had a couple barns, right?
Yeah.
And when I say a couple, I'll top that by a couple.
More than a couple,
and it was at the time the thing was dilly, right? So I don't know why that was the thing too. Honestly, Rick DiPietro was heavy on it, and she loved it. And I called in. They were talking Knicks or something. I called in a little buzzed, and I was like, Anita, dilly, and she lost it, losing it on air, laughing, got her rolling, and yeah, dude, I don't even know. I think I followed her right then and there on Twitter, and she followed back. So it's pretty epic.
Was there a call in after that, or that was the only time?
No. I haven't called since, actually.
Oh wow! So you're almost overdue to kind of like reunite. No.
You think that's funny, dude? Wow, you got Michael with that one.
No, but honestly, we got to do that one time. Like, I don't know if we're doing like gaming corner and she's on or something. Like, and just all of us talking like together, like just to get her real fired up.
I feel like she would play Madden, right?
Yeah,
she's got to play Madden.
Do you know where she lives, Michael?
Yeah, Michael. Do you know where she lives?
I think she's in the Northeast. She's definitely Northeast right now. She's from Miami. Her I forgot her mom's name, but she's like a part of her segment where I know she still lives in Miami. So she's an avid Miami goer.
But does she work ESPN Radio or ESPN New York Radio?
Oh, that is a good question.
I mean, 98.
I think she's a horse.
98.7 is ESPN New York. So.
Right. No, but you know how like there's ESPN National
separate.
Radio,
right?
And then there's ESPN New York.
But the national radio is different.
But sometimes the same, like for instance, Greeny is on
both.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I don't think she's on both, dude.
Yeah.
She is quite prevalent.
I want to say she's from New York, if I had to guess, or at least a New Jersey suburb.
No, she's definitely in the area, dude. It's funny because she knows her stuff, but I'll I call it how it is with things, and I tell her. She'll say she made a mistake too.
I just gave her a follow.
A couple years back, she was heavy on, and I can't. David Webb. What's his name?
Davis
Brian,
Webb.
David Webb or something. He was a quarterback backup.
Davis Webb
for the Giants, right?
Davis Webb.
Yeah, dude. When Eli was like, at the decline and all that craziness was going on, I would listen to her, and she was telling everybody on 98.7, he's the future of the Giants. Like, I've talked to people, he's the future. Like, as if he's gonna be right now, the head of the organization. And so that was a bad call by her, but
yeah,
other than that,
he returned last year, and now I think he's part of their coaching staff or another coaching staff. So little off the mark there from Anita. All right.
Did we lose him, or did he just hang up?
He does like to do that occasionally, though.
Yeah, I feel like he.
You think he thought it was a bad joke, like with the off the mark from Anita?
Yeah, maybe.
Like,
I didn't really laugh.
Distinct possibility, Tony.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm looking at her Twitter right now. It's okay.
Wow.
Course as well as Tiger Woods, and that's a really big metric. You have to know this course like the back of your hand, and Tiger knows it. Also, we know he's a historian of the game. He was trying to chase Jack in regard to winning the.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, Easy does it, I think.
I think Easy does it too, dude.
But anyway, Tony, back to baseball here, and of course, Michael, as always, thank you for calling in here.
Yes, love it.
Just to give you kind of a summary, Gleyber Torres, Tony, we talked about it yesterday, and once again, stepping up, having a huge game for the Yankees. He got the scoring going in the first, scoring Aaron Judge with a single that made it 1-0. And then from that point was a pitcher's duel till about the 6th inning, where Gleyber Torres once again singles, scoring DJ LeMahieu. So in a sense, Gleyber playing small ball. So that was, off of Aaron Nola there in the 6th. Jake Cave was able to muster a sac fly against Garrett Cole in the 7th. So that made it 2-1. Cole was pulled. Loaizaga comes in and retires the side there in the 7th. Jose Trevino got off to a nice start with the bat this year, hitting over 300, hitting his first home run of the season. So that made it 4-1. Loaizaga gave up his first home run since, I believe, last May, if I'm not mistaken. So it had been a long run. Kyle Schwarber, who had a good series despite the Phillies at the end of the day going to 1-5 here, hits one off of him to make it 4-2. But then Clay Holmes has a nice rebound performance, had struggled in his previous 2 appearances, striking out the side for his first save of the season. So ball game over. Yankees win. The Yankees win just as Michael walks in to take another series. Yankees and Renee route for the Yankees. So they take Yankees. They take the 6th game of the season here, 4-2 to win their first 2 series. Renee cheesing with the iced coffee. So to go to 4-2, and as I mentioned, heading to Baltimore, we're supposed to play today. We'll get a double dip tomorrow. But you look at this game, you have to like it. Production up and down the lineup. And Gleyber Torres, Tony. I mean, maybe years of trade talks and kind of just dissatisfaction with him has really lit a fire under him. And I think he's literally, playing this season, 3 for 4 to RBIs yesterday, the home run, playing this season, like to prove himself, to say, I deserve a contract extension. I'm the core of this team. And this is after his arbitration case, right, or whatever the case may be, where someone asked him about an extension and he literally was quoted as saying, I wish.
Yeah, no, yeah. I think, we talked about it before, Brian, where, this guy who has shown talent, has had solid games, good stretches. What year was it when he was really good? Was it
2019? He hit like 18 home runs against the Orioles.
Yeah, like Oriole killer, dude, is what they call them. And, it was a really good, a good look for Torres. But obviously, since then, if you want to call it, A slump year, then into the COVID year, kind of, distracting his development. But, like I say, like we were talking about it a few weeks ago of him having a resurgent year. I think we talked about it last season too. But,
last season was somewhat resurgent.
Yeah, exactly.
For a second baseman, that's a good year.
Yeah. And I mean, we talked about him having the talent still there, still being relatively young. I mean, again, just kind of having that good like mental game and again, just maybe him like realizing that he can have the confidence, have that level of play. And it seems like he certainly gained it. And he's starting off the season pretty hot, which is exactly what you want.
Yeah. And it's funny because I was definitely on the trade him train, but starting out the year like this, and obviously it's early, Tony, I understand. But that has to be off the table at this point. We've seen Brito pitch up, step up to pitch well. Obviously, the thought was move him for a starter. But with this type of production, you want to keep everything as is. And we all forget, too, that he's only 26 years old. So, listen, and I want to say it's another year of control after this year for Glaber. So let's play it out. And even if, obviously I'm getting ahead of myself, but even if it's just let him play out that contract and then you might have to let him go. That's fine. But let's get the value out of him. There's a reason he was considered a premier talent for many years.
You still want him traded?
No. No, I mean, Tony, you don't argue with production. And,
no, you don't.
And it's funny, after 6 games of the season, I mean, I think his value is increased as much as you could possibly over 6 games. Honestly.
Yes. No, yeah, I would also agree with that.
And then one thing that was nice, and obviously, just for his own well-being, I hope he's okay, but Josh Donaldson, hamstring injury yesterday. First of all, hamstrings, it's never, I'll be back tomorrow. Yeah. He's obviously going on the injured list, which is outstanding.
Right. You never know. He's a fighter.
IKF, who won a Gold Glove at third, did step in for him yesterday, of course, going over 3. So we don't want him to be the starting third baseman, which I don't think he will. I think they'll do a lot of LeMahieu. But you would imagine that Oswald Peraza gets the call to replace him on the roster, which is great. And you hope that, with the new configuration, with him on the injured list, that lineup has success, and then he's, a bench player / release traded by the time he's ready to come back. I mean, I'm almost thinking a hamstring, Tony, is minimum a month. I mean, you were familiar with it with Lagares over the years, right?
I think you're also praying it is a minimum of a month.
No, but honestly,
yeah, no, I mean, something like that. And I mean, we've seen it we've seen it across the league with hamstring injuries. I mean, listen, you're say what you will about baseball. I mean, you do use your legs a lot in baseball, and especially when you're playing the field and you're kind of standing around maybe for a good part of it, and then all of a sudden you have to make a quick movement. Having an injured hamstring is not something you really can have while doing that. So you have to make sure that you rehab it correctly and 100%, or else it's going to come back and bite you in the ass, especially for someone like Donaldson who's a little bit older. So like Brian said, I mean, you would expect like 3 to 5 weeks.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, which is great. And Tiger Woods has teed off here, out driving Victor Hovland and Xander Schauffele, his playing partners, 289 yards right down the center of the fairway. So Tiger getting off to a strong start, which he usually does at Augusta National, a place that, it's widely known that he's as comfortable as could be. So we will keep an eye out for Tiger. But back to the Yankees, a lot to feel good about here. And we've talked about it the last couple of days, Tony. DJ LeMahieu, hitting over 300, had a hit yesterday again. Just so excited about him. And it's nice that he was able to avoid hip surgery, get completely healthy, and be that consistent leadoff presence. And his ability to play first, second, third, short, is just so valuable. You could argue, Tony, that he is the key to the Yankees' success offensively.
Yeah, offensively, I
you
like
needed
that.
to set the table.
Yeah, you really do.
You can't have Aaron Hicks popping up like he's Brett Gardner.
No, dude. Oh, poor Brett Gardner. Come on, don't do him bad on that compared to Aaron Hicks.
So, that being said, nice to get the win in Baltimore, not the cupcake of a series that it once was. And I just wanted to see here. I know they have Nestor starting game 2, and I'm not sure if they've announced. Okay, so it is going to be Clark Schmidt versus Dean Creamer tomorrow. So that's
You like Dean, right?
He actually was decent last year, but he has not got off to a good start this year. Is 3 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs. I think that's a guy, that we should have no problem hitting. So let's go. And how about this? The lack of respect. And I understand, like I said, Orioles are competitive. We know about Rutschman. We know about Cedric Mullins. Orioles are slightly favored in this one. 50.3% on the ESPN Power Index as Tiger looks to hit his approach shot here.
Oh, wow.
Waiting to see if they give us a yardage. But don't you think the Yankees should be favored, Tony? I mean, am I crazy? I know it's not the gap that it used to be, but I just think that's a little disrespect.
On the road? No, they're
on the road. Clark Schmidt versus Dean Kremer.
I mean, Clark Schmidt. I mean, I don't know, dude. Yeah, I guess maybe.
Tiger on the green, but probably about a 40-foot putt here for birdie. He will look to two-putt that to just start off even through
very
one.
Doable, though. Very doable.
Very doable. We've seen Tiger make some of these, but obviously you don't want to get too aggressive. It is an uphill putt, so you got to get as much velocity as possible. But yeah, I'm a little disappointed that I can't watch the Yankees today, but I guess tomorrow a doubleheader will be nice. Just park myself on the couch for, I'll probably not catch the beginning of the first game, but at least half of the first game plus the whole second game. So that'll be nice.
That sounds really nice.
Are you going to be in front of a TV for the Mets home opener at 1 tomorrow?
Tomorrow at 1 o'clock. I want to say yes, because I think me and my dad are, I don't know about in front on the couch, but me and my dad, I believe we'll be baking tomorrow.
Is there a kitchen TV or is the living room in view? Or
yeah, it's an open floor.
Okay,
so kitchen, living, den, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, we're gonna have it. Obviously, Dad, Mets fan, so let's go. Dude.
Who's a bigger fan, you or your dad?
Me, definitely.
Okay.
I mean, my dad, obviously, growing up,
yeah.
He, 70s, 80s, 90s Mets is all him, really.
Is he beaten down a little bit?
I don't know. I think over the years, he's just kind of like,
oh, it's the Mets.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna get all worked up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of which, though, a good segue. The Mets 7-6 in extras yesterday, getting swept by the Brewers, and obviously, as we've talked about here, home opener postponed till tomorrow, with weather looming that doesn't look like it's coming. What happened?
Well, I mean, I guess we'll start with the good.
Yep.
Which was
the offense.
The offense scored 7 runs.
Kind of 6 runs.
6 runs. Sorry.
Yeah.
Brewers scored 7 runs.
Yeah.
So I mean, and it was kind of like a nice kind of back and forth too. I feel like all game, it was the kind of attitude you're looking for in the first few games from a team where it's like, right away we're giving up runs like first inning. But then it's like second inning, we're coming back, and it's just like good attitude. Like, let's just get some runs back. And they do exactly that, But unfortunately, Brian, I mean, I feel like, the pitching, which, has been an issue so far, continues to be that issue. And, looking at Max Scherzer specifically, someone who obviously you're kind of relying on more again because of, Verlander being injured.
Just like DeGrom last year.
Right. And then, of course, looking at a pitcher like David Peterson, who you're also relying on more now, just not really stepping up to the plate. So you're just not really pitching well. Bullpen did decent yesterday. Unfortunately, you did have the Adam Ottavino home run kind of given up there to the end. What's the dude's name? Brian Henderson? No, Anderson.
Oh, he hit another.
No, it was Mitchell. Sorry. Mitchell. Yeah.
I know. Yeah, I forget his first name. I was gonna say I didn't think Anderson went deep again.
No, yeah, Mitchell went deep again, dude. Honestly, it seems like the Brewers got some pretty good power hitters.
Was it a hanging off speed or was it?
Yeah, it was a hanging off speed
right over the middle.
Maybe a little bit more towards the inside, but yeah, basically. And I mean, you got to give it to him, I guess. Mitchell. I mean, he took it. It was a good eye. So, but I mean, it was just so unfortunate. I think maybe again, we saw it last year with Ottavino too, using him back-to-back days. And he's been, not only was he used back-to-back days, but we used him multiple times for multiple innings so far throughout the beginning of the season.
Why?
Been using him a lot,
pushing him. I mean, I know the bullpen's a little, shortened without Diaz, but.
So I guess maybe that's obviously a big reason, but it's tough that you're kind of overusing him already. And yeah, like I said, on the back-to-back days, I mean, I think that's kind of a tough ask for him. And of course, maybe you're not expecting, maybe you weren't really expecting it to be like that competitive in the 9th inning or whatever. But it's just, I mean, it was just like nothing went well, and the last few losses where it was like 10-0, 9-0, and you're like, yeah, all right, like, you know, like any team, I mean, the bats are going to eventually get hot, right? It's the start of the season, and they did get hot, you know, yesterday, but it was just like, I don't know, dude, like having that starting pitching issue is just such like a gut-wrenching feeling. You know, because you kind of supposedly we're feeling good with, you know, Verlander kind of replacing DeGrom, you know. What could McGill kind of look like, you know, if he gets some more experience, you know, even with that, even having David Peterson in the rotation too, be like, hey, like he could develop, and it's just like so far there's just like nothing good there. And it's like, again, like you're relying on Max Scherzer, like he's been so horrible too in these last few games, in his you know 2 starts. I mean, it's just not great, dude. It is a terrible feeling as a Met fan. And a team like the Brewers, I mean, I understand we're 3-4. I understand it's you know, early in the season. And everyone seems to be pretty positive, you know, like post-game conference. You know, Lindor is talking about how he believes in this team. Who, you know, started off slow, you know, this season. Same thing, you know, you can argue really everyone in the lineup kind of started off kind of slow. But it's just tough, dude. It's, you know, tough pill to swallow.
Alonso went deep yesterday?
Yeah, Alonso went deep. I think McNeil had an RBI single. I had my phone in front of me. Michael took it. So.
Oh, I thought you were just watching the Masters on it.
No, I wish I was doing that too, honestly. But Michael has my phone. I don't know what he's doing with it.
Tiger within 5 feet here for par. Uphill,
2-putt,
little tricky. Well, if he makes it,
it'll be 2-putt.
I'm a little nervous for him, honestly.
Really?
You're guessing just straight through, no problem.
Yeah,
doing it right now.
Yeah,
straight through, no problem.
Yeah, you had me nervous.
That's the 5-time Masters champion. So Tiger heading to 2 even par. But you know, with the Mets, you know, we talked about this actually before the show. Didn't mention it, you know, on the air. Navarez. What is the scope of the injury, Tony?
For Omar?
Yeah.
I thought it was his hand.
Maybe go player notes. You could just click on him. You know, you had it on the overview. Left calf. So, I mean, a calf injury, just like the hamstring injury. I mean, that's a couple weeks, if not a month. Yeah. Or more.
I feel like he'll be fine. Come on, dude. It's early on. Maybe it's just like,
you really think he's not going to go on the injury list with a calf injury?
No.
I don't know. I mean,
I really hope
but
not,
also,
dude.
but Tony, you don't think that it's worth him going on the injured list to get Alvarez to the majors?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I guess Alvarez and Nito.
Because my thought is, you know, let's say this keeps him out a month.
Right.
Alvarez comes up and just absolutely crushes the ball. They're not going to send him down. If Nito continues to struggle, I mean, it's pretty easy. I mean, you either could carry 3, have him be the permanent DH, or you're going to get rid of Nito.
Yeah. No, yeah, I agree with that. And, you know, they did announce that he's going to be traveling with the team in case they need him.
Right.
Which I'm assuming will be pending what happens to Narvaez if he's on the, you know, goes on the injured list.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Because it's not
official yet.
No, I was just thinking too. Tomorrow was a scheduled day off, so it's not like it's a double header because they said taxi squad, but that's just the guys that are ready to go in case of an injury.
Yeah.
But I didn't know they were still. I was thinking that was a COVID thing, but I guess not. Dude. I guess the Milwaukee fans aren't too riled about a 5. Are they 5-1?
Yeah. 5-1.
44% attendance, 18,000.
Haven't lost the game at home. I know, right? Jesus Christ, dude.
I tagged you on a couple of things,
tough.
but did you see what I tagged you on about the Red Sox?
No.
Yesterday it was like a 20,000 attendance, lowest since 2002, other than COVID.
Holy shit! I mean, it's
trouble
tough,
brewing, or
yeah, dude. It gets swept by the Pirates, dude.
Yeah, Hyde Bloom. I mean, definitely on the way out.
Yeah, dude.
You think they would sign off on anything to get Epstein back in the fold? I mean,
probably.
It's been so bad with the management, the losing the players. Geez, Tiger with a little bit of a slice here. Let's see where this lands.
Oh no,
in the bunker. But at least he's not, you know, OB or anything. So on the par 5, Tiger will hit from the bunker, 575 on the second hole.
Tony, hey, Mike.
Wait, that's your phone?
Yeah,
playing
my
in-
phone's on the Bluetooth.
Oh, okay. Wait, is that some type of game he was playing?
My phone's on the Bluetooth still.
Michael K.
Sorry, yeah, I don't need my phone like for the show or anything. That's fine.
No.
Why do I need to know stats?
Why would you
and
need
box
that?
scores and do my research, Michael? Whatever.
But Tony, we
We
have a comment.
We got a comment here. My mother says, "Hi, fellas. You're on speaker in the car with Dad. Happy Easter, everyone."
Happy Easter.
Not yet. Happy Holy Thursday.
Holy Thursday. There you go.
Yeah.
And then who's this?
This is fucking Buffer, dude.
No way.
Yes,
He
it
goes
is.
upside down.
It's his name upside down. I don't know how he did it, but he says, "Hey, fellas. Hello, Buffer."
Prefer. How you feeling about the Mets, bud?
It's probably not great, dude. But hey, man, we got the best of Corbin Burns yesterday. So,
I was surprised about that. So that's a good sign for the offense if you hit Corbin Burns.
yeah. But it's like, come on, dude. Like, we just all we need is like a couple good pitchers,
Yeah.
reliable and good.
But Tony, I'm telling you, you
Dylan
should.
Cease,
I
dude.
get he was looking good, but you should be more excited about the Navarez injury. I'm telling you, it's the pathway for Alvarez to win Rookie of the Year. Honestly, he just needs to be up and playing and getting at bats.
I mean, he should have been up anyway with Nito,
should've.
and Narvaez isn't healthy. That's
Yeah.
what I would want.
I know, but I just feel like Mets are too old and players overpaid. Wow, a little downtrot out of Buffer.
I don't know about players being overpaid, but the age obviously clearly is coming back to bite us a little bit here. But I mean, hey man, whatever, dude. What are you gonna do?
I wasn't sure where we were gonna go with the hey man.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like,
honestly.
what are you gonna do? But it's also like that, like you just do better. Also, you could be doing that. You could be doing better, dude.
Could we? I don't know if you know it or you could just look on. I know you said it's gonna be McGill. Who's opposing him tomorrow? Do we have a
Ooh,
picture?
let's see, dude. Undecided still for Miami. So, we'll see, dude. Tyler McGill. I mean, I don't know, man. I'm not like crazy hopeful. I think undecided, maybe like a bullpen guy starting for Miami. I don't know why it's not decided for them.
Yeah, that is
Because
weird.
it seems like, I mean, you would imagine it's just whoever was going to start today would be starting tomorrow.
Well, and
right?
there's
it's
just
like,
and there's no it's not like they have another game they're playing today. Like it's like
Yeah,
they have an
no.
off day. Why are you gonna just burn through your bullpen?
yeah.
I don't know.
So that's kind of weird. I don't know. Actually, maybe Miami. I don't know if they have like a weird schedule for the weekend,
I'm
but
gonna
I would
just-
imagine it's all the games against the Mets. Yeah.
Oh,
it's
it
all
has to
Mets.
be.
Yeah. So.
Oh, Adrian Moronic has moved to 2 under par, leading the Masters here through 7 holes. Reed, Stallings, Kisner, Thagala, Power, all one shot back at 1 under par. Tiger heading to the bunker. So I just want to see if MLB at bat sometimes. Oh no, so they're actually saying that Cabrera is starting for Miami.
Okay.
Um,
Hittable.
just trying to see, is it Eduardo Cabrera? Pulling up the page right now. Okay, yeah, Edward Cabrera. And he's 4 innings, 2 earned this year. This is his 3rd year in the majors.
24 years old.
24 years old. So hey, Miami, for as many mistakes as if they have made over the years, they do churn out pitchers, Tony.
Yeah. Clearly.
Um,
Dude, didn't Sandy pitch a whole game for a full game?
yeah, he
9
did.
innings?
Yeah, and it was under 2 hours.
Unbelievable.
I mean,
Workhorse, dude.
that's another guy, Tony. We were talking about Dylan Cease yesterday. Maybe Alcantara.
To the Mets?
Yeah. I mean, what is he right now? 24, 25?
25.
You would imagine, I mean, they probably let's get like some control. Do a Sandy Alcantara here.
27.
Okay, 27, and then go do the more bio. Go up a little bit more. Yeah, right there. Click that. Free agent 2027. So that's gonna be 4 years from now. So he's gonna be 31. But maybe they'll want to like give him up with 2 years of control, like to get a king's ransom.
Yeah, I guess.
Because they can't afford him. I mean,
he's 6'5".
but Tony, I mean, the contract
I know.
is going to be, I mean, at that point, if we're projecting a few years out, I mean, that's $50 million a year. Probably. Think about it in 3 years.
Yeah.
Because the top guys are already making 40 as it is.
Mm-hmm.
So something interesting to monitor here. There were some other postponements around the league as well. Could you go to the go? What do we got for today? Go back one day, Thursday here. Definitely not that many games. Or actually, no, we got the postponements there on the bottom. So
Reds,
what?
Phillies, Astros, Twins in Minnesota and in Philadelphia.
But I'm saying games that are actually being played. We got the Diamondbacks,
Oh, okay.
Dodgers, Braves, Padres, Nationals, Rockies, Blue Jays, Royals,
Giants, White Sox.
All right,
Red
so we
Sox,
got like
Tigers.
5 games. Boy,
6
Red Sox,
games.
Tigers. That's a tough watch.
I know, dude. Chris Sale.
Chris Sale, dude.
I wonder who this Turnbull guy is.
I could be
Spencer.
wrong.
It kind of sounds familiar.
Oh, he's 30 years old. I'm thinking he's younger than that.
Was
Tiger out of the bunker here. Onto right before the fringe, it looks like, of the green. So on a par 5, not a bad play there from Tiger, as he'll look to go up and down for birdie to move to 1 under par. We'll keep you posted.
Let's go, Tiger.
But let's take a look now. I'm gonna pull up our picks here. Give me 1 second.
I know the Braves won yesterday. They're so fucking good. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, they are.
Like the depth, Acuna from the outfield with the wonderful throws. I mean, their offense. It's honestly ridiculous, dude.
We knew it coming into the year, too.
Yeah. And honestly, it's like so crazy because, the last couple of years, even though they've been doing so well, obviously, in the World Series, they had like a shit start. I feel like these last few years, and they just like really pick it up like come like July and stuff like that. But now we're just seeing them starting pretty hot right now.
Scary to think what they could do.
I know, dude. Matt Olson with a big 3-run homer yesterday, dude. As they sweep
reaping
the
benefits
dude.
Is my fantasy team, and I know you've never done fantasy baseball, or a while ago. What was the deal?
Baseball, no.
Okay,
I don't think so. Hockey, only hockey, dude.
So I mean, it's just ridiculous, and I know I've mentioned this to you before. But the fact that, I have an 18-team league, but they let you keep 4 guys, that I was able to keep Judge, Alvarez, Riley, and Olson.
That's pretty outrageous,
18,
dude.
I mean, on a 10-person league, you would have 2 of those guys at the most.
Yeah.
So reaping the benefits, Tony.
That's kind of outrageous, dude.
But I do need your help here.
What do you got?
From yesterday. So you had Angels, Cardinals, White Sox, Pirates. What do we got?
Angels won.
Okay.
White Sox won. And the Cardinals lost, right?
Pirates won.
Pirates won.
So you pick
Good
up
day for
3
me, dude.
there.
Yeah.
And then we'll get to hockey in a second. But
you had Yankees, Phillies, right? Yankees
5.
won.
5 points. Yep. So Yankees won. Yep.
Did you take the Marlins?
Okay. So I have Rays, Marlins, Blue Jays.
Marlins won.
2,
Rays also won.
3, and then the Blue Jays.
Blue Jays, they won.
All right. So 7-5. We'll take a look at hockey.
Took the easy game
in a little bit. But all right. So we said we have 5 today.
I believe 6 games were on the docket here.
Oh, 6. All right. So
1,
we'll
2,
go
3, 4, 5, 6, dude.
3 apiece. Give it to me
Start
straight.
with me. Okay, let's go, dude. I am here. Oh man, do I? Just going with Atlanta again seems like so crazy, but it's tough, dude. Wow, some really good pitching matchups. I feel like, geez, some. All right, give me the Braves. Spencer Strider, great big Met guy over here. Pitching here for the Braves against Blake Snell. At home is Atlanta. They're 5-1. This is their home opener, I believe, if memory serves me correctly. So I would imagine Strider's pretty pumped for it. He already had a very good outing. I think he fanned like maybe 8 people in his first start. But Blake Snell did not have a great start. Let's look. 9 people he fanned in his first start. Against Washington, 6 innings, no earned runs, 3 walks, 9 Ks. I just feel like he's really feeling himself, especially, got the extension in the offseason, looking pretty good now. So he's pretty stoked. And then I feel like Blake Snell, I mean, I don't know, dude. Looking at his first start, 4 1/3, 3 earned runs. He had 9 Ks, 2 and a walk in a 7-2 loss against Colorado. So it looks like he gave up 3 runs. The bullpen gave up another 4. Offense was not working for San Diego. I think San Diego off to a little bit of a slower start they would expect. They're 3-3, so maybe waiting for their bats to kind of heat up and Blake Snell to get his head out of his ass. But I just feel like Braves, I mean, how can you really go against them right now? I mean, their offense is just firing all cylinders. Their defense is great. I think it was Acuna too had a great throw, or maybe it was Harris with a great throw, threw someone out at home. Absolutely ridiculous.
Vaughn Grissom chilling in the minors.
Yeah, it's really ridiculous. Like how much production and how much depth they have as a team. Give me the Braves here. I don't know. I'm gonna say let's say 6-3.
6-3. All right. I'm gonna take the Dodgers. You got two guys in this matchup, pretty good pitching matchup. Merrill Kelly and Dustin May both had starts where they didn't give up any runs, and specifically May, 7 innings of scoreless ball. I think he is a dark horse candidate to win a Cy Young maybe this year. His stuff is unbelievable. We've known that for a while. Dodgers on the road here, -155. I mean, I guess the Diamondbacks have given them troubles in the past, but overall, we know they are the superior team. So Mookie Betts, it'll be interesting to see if he's back in the lineup. I think it was, I don't know, his shoulder was bruised or something. But obviously they would love to have him back in there. A big part of the top of their lineup. But I really think this will be a pitching matchup early. Pitchers duel. How about Trace Thompson, Clay's brother? 3 home runs in the early going here. Will Smith also has 3 home runs. So they're getting production from guys maybe they didn't necessarily expect. But I think this game will be scoreless through 6. And then the Dodgers, let's say Trace Thompson gets his 4th home run, a 3-run shot off Kelly to chase him from the game. They tack on a couple more, shut out the Diamondbacks here, 5-0 as Dustin May picks up his first victory of the season.
Man, these are some really tough matchups. I mean, I guess give me the Blue Jays today, 210. They're in Kansas City against the Royals here. I mean, Jordan Lyles, kind of on the mound for Kansas City. Not kind of, he is on the mound against Kevin Gausman there for Toronto. I feel like Gausman, kind of maybe up and down season last year. Not exactly what you want, but I just think Blue Jays can easily out offense the Kansas City Royals here. I think maybe a little bit of a hitter's game here. I say the Blue Jays win this one 5-4.
All right. I'm going to take the Tigers, and I know I might not be saying that too much this season, but they are going up here, against the Red Sox. Chris Sale got absolutely tattooed his last time out. I believe it was 7 runs over 3. Spencer Turnbull, I know, didn't have the best outing when he pitched last time, but I think it just speaks to how poor the Red Sox, their team is constructed this season. I said it on Twitter this morning, Justin Turner and Kensley Jansen, not exactly selling seats there at Fenway Park.
Wow.
This one, obviously, in Comerica. But point being, I think Sale gets lit up. Javi Baez with 2 home runs, looking to have a resurgent season. Sale doesn't get through 4, gives up 6 runs, and the Tigers pounce on the Red Sox here, 8-2.
Wow, pouncing.
Yeah.
All right, last game here. I guess give me the White Sox. I'm gonna go with Lance Lynn against Alex Wood here. Lance Lynn, pretty solid pitcher. Did good for America in the WBC.
Yes.
So seemingly kind of, like hitting the ground running a little bit. And I just feel like, again, another team where the White Sox, solid pitching matchup. We've seen what Alex Wood can do for San Francisco. But I just think that the White Sox do have the advantage here offensively.
Right.
I just feel like the Giants, Jock Peterson is on the Giants.
Yep.
Come on, dude.
Mitch Haniger, Tony. You were
Mitch
so
Haniger,
riled
dude,
about
honestly,
Haniger in our
that's
divisional
It's
previews.
a good outfielder pickup right there, dude. He's a great defensive outfielder. He can show some power on the bat. So
Michael seems like he agrees.
You fucking better agree, piece of shit. But give me the White Sox here nonetheless. I think that was Yasmani Grandal got injured maybe?
I think he did,
right?
actually, yeah.
But nonetheless, I still think that, between everyone else, White Sox outweighing the Giants here. I'll keep it tight. Let's say lower scoring 4-3.
4-3. All right. Tiger going for birdie here. I can't get a read on exactly how long this putt is. It seems a little tricky. Let's see if he's able to sink this one to move to 1 under, and it just turns at the last second.
Damn it, Brian.
Boy, that rolled out. He's going to be looking at about 3 to 4 feet here to save par here on number 2. But I like the pick of the White Sox. But I do think too, Tony, I mean, I know the Giants don't have much offense, so I think that bodes against him. But I do think Alex Wood has always been one of the more underrated pitchers. He had that great year with the Dodgers maybe 3 years ago.
Uh-huh.
It went back to the Dodgers, then to the Giants. It's kind of shuffled around. I know last year wasn't great, but I do think the stuff is there. When was that season that he was like
with the Dodgers? Really good.
Yeah,
was it 2017? 2.72
yeah,
ERA,
16-3,
25 starts, 16-3. Yeah, dude, that's really good.
But yeah, no, I do think though Lynn, the White Sox, I like to pick there. I'm gonna take for my last pick. I'm gonna go with the Rockies. The Nationals stop. Josiah
Always
Gray
betting
will
against
get
them.
hammered. And
Yeah.
I know I'm not a Kyle Freeland guy, but he did pitch scoreless outing for his first victory of the season last time out. Chris Bryant. I've been calling for a resurgent year out of him. 2 dingers. And I want to say the Rockies will take this one 7-2 as the Nationals fall to 1-6.
Absolutely love it, dude.
And all I have to say is, thank God the Masters is on today because I'm really gonna be missing watching the Yankees later. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
it's kind of upsetting.
Yeah, but honestly, I'm excited that I'm going to be like home to watch some Mets games. I really haven't. I mean, honestly, as much as I hate to say it, I really haven't been able to really sit down and watch a Mets game.
Inning here, inning there, on your phone,
on the practice at night.
Is there the SNY app? How does it work to watch it on your phone?
I think you got to have like the cable shit. I didn't hear what Michael said.
So, I don't know.
Yeah, it doesn't. You don't need.
No. But in all seriousness, what did you say you think you need to have to watch it on your phone?
Your cable login info, I'm pretty sure.
But with the SNY app.
Yeah.
But I thought, don't you have cable at your house?
Yeah.
Oh, so you can do it. You just don't have it?
Well, yeah, I just don't have it. I mean, honestly, it seems to be kind of annoying to set up, honestly.
To sign in? It's that annoying?
We got to know like your cable info, your account shit. I don't handle the cable. Jay handles the cable.
Even Jay will hook it up as Tiger rolls in here for par.
Jay's not
so even through two holes, and Victor Hovland is now atop of the leaderboard with Moronic. I'll have to get a pronunciation on that, but he's also 2 under. Very early on here.
But first is that he records all the Mets games. But I mean, it's really not like I mean, yeah, you can record them if you want. First of all, I don't have recording capabilities at home. Okay, I'm not like that. But even so, I mean, like, what's the point? Because you know what happens anyway. So it's like, what are we doing? And also, like, what are you gonna get home at 2 a.m. and watch?
But I do think, Tony, you're overestimating how difficult it is to sign in. But is it more like you just don't like watching a game on your phone? Is that more of why you have?
I definitely don't like watching things on my phone. But it's also like, I mean, the reason why I'm not watching the games are because I'm doing something. Like, it's not even like it's not like I'm just out somewhere and I can watch it. It's just like I can't.
But what if you're at Colony? Oh, but then the game would be on the TV. I was just trying to think of a scenario where it would apply.
Go ahead, keep thinking.
Sidelines at practice. Got to be focused on the players.
Dude, sidelines at practice? Are you kidding me? This isn't Little League, okay?
As I once said, come on, Tony. Come on. We still have that, right?
No, dude.
No way.
I don't think so. Oh, wait, yeah, we do, dude.
Come on, Tony. Come on. That is an all-time
That
classic.
is a really good one, dude.
Is it a bite? But hey, we'll have to deal with the games that we have today, and then obviously
we gotta deal with
will
them.
be a busy day for our teams tomorrow.
Good games today, dude.
Yeah, some solid ones. Let's go now to the world of the National Hockey League.
Here's Matthews. Scores! Hat-trick goal!
My goodness, this is a great shot.
Big hit on the far side by the car. He flattens Jordan's skull. Oh my goodness.
Gets the cut right back. Terrifying and robbed by Shesterkin. That's brilliant from Igor Shesterkin.
It's a breakaway to win it in overtime. McDavid scores the winner in overtime.
All right, Tony. So the Rangers do pick up another victory here last night. And I was impressed too to put up 6 goals against Tampa. We had talked about how Vasilevsky, had been on a heater, but a 6-3 victory here. How about Tyler Mott with 2 goals? That was kind of surprising.
2 great goals too.
And then also Chris Kreider, who has kind of, his goals this year have kind of come in bunches, but he did lead off with a power play goal in the first, his 34th goal of the year. Kakko followed with his 17th, Mott with his 7th, so 3-0 halfway through the first. Kilome for the Lightning get them on the board to make it 3-1. And then on to the second, Radish actually with the answer to make this a close game momentarily. But the Rangers actually answer 3 seconds later, not 3 seconds, but 15 seconds later, to make it 4-2. Mott with his second. Heigl answers 4 minutes later with his 28th to make it 4-3 Rangers. And then all the Rangers in the third. Kreider his 35th and Panarin his 26th to make it 6-3. That was the final score. And just a game that you felt good all around, everybody contributing. Igor 28-31 in net. They take the season series from the Lightning. And it's just nice to pick up as many wins as you can here heading into the playoffs. Were you a little surprised at the fashion that they were able to win this one?
Oh yeah, dude. In the fashion of 6 goals to 3, you mentioned scoring 3 times against Vasilevsky. I wanted to look up. I hate how ESPN doesn't give you the shot breakdown for each period.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know versus I really want to know what it was, because they definitely were out shooting the Lightning heavily, dude. And it's really annoying that I don't know where. I don't know if Hockey Reference would have this specific game. Oh geez. Yeah, no, dude. Team stats. No, dude. See, I don't understand why I can't find this breakdown. But nonetheless, super happy about a 6-3 victory. Breaking down some of these goals that were happening. The biggest thing we mentioned yesterday was testing Vasilevsky early and testing him often. And that's exactly what they did. Scoring, I don't know, what was the first goal? Maybe 5 minutes, 4 minutes into the first period. Kreider in front of the net, just, kind of doing what he typically does in his office in front of the net. It was just the Rangers just, putting a lot of good pressure on the Lightning's defense. And then Mika Zibanejad makes a great heads-up play to anticipate. I want to say it was Victor Hedman who tried to whip the puck around the board just to get it, to the front of their zone and maybe clear it. And Zibanejad just cuts it off behind the net and passes it out. I think it makes its way to the point. And I want to say Tarasenko, who ended up having the primary assist here, takes a shot, and Kreider just has a nice deflection in front, which I absolutely love to see that. And then, you mentioned, I don't know if you mentioned it, but a couple minutes later, Kakko with just a beautiful play by the kid line. I mean, again, for someone like Kakko, who, has been underwhelming, to challenge Vasilevsky like he did, to have a shot. I believe it went just from it went from Lafreniere on the left wing to Hedl to Kakko quickly. Again, those quick short passes, and then Kakko with a perfectly placed shot over the blocker side pad of Vasilevsky. And there was just no chance. Vasilevsky was just not quick enough to get that reach out there. And for someone like him, who's that tall with, that amount of length and the limbs, beautiful there. Tyler Mott, again, 3rd goal in the first period here. At that point, you can tell Vasilevsky is rattled. And Tyler Mott, the Rangers see that. Mott sees it. And this is 4th line, so you're getting a goal from your 1st, 3rd, and 4th line of forwards here, which is, you really love to see that production all across the roster. And like I was saying, he's just at the board and he just does a quick turnaround and just, hits a wrister, and it goes past Vasilevsky. And based on the way he was playing the past few games, that should have been an easy save for him. But because you tested Vasilevsky early and he saw a lot of pucks getting shot at him early and often, he made a mistake right there. And that is literally the blueprint of how you want to deal with a goalie like Vasilevsky, is just get him off his game, make him feel nervous, make him feel like he's almost doubting his game, not a lot of confidence, right? And that was, again, At that point, 3-0 going in the second. I think second period, Tampa Bay scored twice, I want to say.
Yeah,
so
they did.
They, cut the deficit down to 1. But then, Shesterkin starts making some great saves. I think he had a really crazy like left pad save on Braden Point. And, we talked about how great Point has been all season, and for Shesterkin to kind of shut him down like he did last night. Great job there. Tyler Mott's second goal was, I don't know if you saw it, but it was really, really impressive because I think it was a turnover, in our own zone. And it was a quick pass up to Tyler Mott, who was like, maybe center ice going into the offensive zone. And the pass was behind him and it missed him, but he was able to like swing his stick behind him, poke the puck off the boards forward to himself, and then was able to make a great shot on Vasilevsky. And again, another opportunity where it's your fourth line of guys having great vision and obviously having some good results on the ice. And then you saw Kreider again in front of the net, screening Vasilevsky. I think Zibanejad had that wrister and, Kreider deflection goal in front of the net. And then Panarin, I think it was on the power play, this goal. But Panarin just had one of those, Panarin shots where it was just on a rope, the puck, perfectly placed shot. I think, again, taking advantage of Vasilevsky's blocker side. I don't know if they saw something where, he was leaning glove side a lot. But the Rangers just great offensive production. You saw great physicality out of the Rangers too. Towards the end of the game, there was some fights. I think you saw it was Alex Killorn who kind of hit Shesterkin late. It was kind of the ref's fault too. There was like a really nice opportunity by Tampa Bay. Shesterkin makes the save. It was a goal off the rebound, I think, at that point, but Shesterkin kind of still had it in his like pads, but he was behind the line in the net, so he was like trying to shimmy it forward. Killorn almost like hits him. But they, the refs just didn't blow the whistle. They were kind of late on the play, I think. But still, out of line play by Killorn. And then you saw, I think it wasn't Schneider. Maybe Goudreau got in there, was getting dropped the gloves immediately. And then even like at the final horn of the third period too, I think it was Harper who was getting into it with Killorn too at the end. So getting really physical. Obviously, Tampa Bay not happy with the loss. Jacob Trouba is injured, got injured upper body injury. Kind of got it was in our own zone, and the Lightning were just having some strong forechecks, and I think he just got like sandwiched between two guys. It was a little bit of an ugly hit.
Is he going to be okay for the playoffs?
I don't know. They weren't very clear exactly, but
as always.
But Gerard said that he will be traveling with the team. So, but you would expect maybe he'll be out for a few games, just to kind of, make sure he's 100%.
4 games left in the regular season.
Yeah.
So a couple of things here. First, I mentioned 4 games left in the regular season. Rangers 3 points behind the Devils. Would that be the craziest thing you've ever seen if they were able to overtake the Devils with 4 games to make up 3 points?
No, it would be crazy. The Devils just need to lose is the only thing,
It's tough. I mean, the Rangers got the Blues tonight. I just feel like it's really just we talked about it already, but the format is just not fair. I'm really
it's kind of ridiculous, dude.
Like disappointed in the National
But you know what,
League.
dude? I am honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like super happy that we're getting to see the Devils first.
That's true.
Because I think if we see them in the Eastern Conference Final when they have a playoff series under their belt already, if they were to advance from the first round, they're going to be like, I think they're going to be a team that can quickly adjust to the pressure of the playoffs and the feel of the playoffs. So I think maybe, and we know how dangerous the Devils are. So I'm excited that we're going to be their first series as a team against the playoffs. Because again, think about the Rangers' victory right now. Think about what their schedule looks like. Think about how they could feel going into their first round of the playoffs if they, win out these last few games. I just feel like we can have all the momentum and the confidence in the world going to this series against the Devils, against a team that has never seen the playoffs in a while as a team. And then a lot of these guys in general have never seen the Stanley Cup playoffs at all. We have, I think, a significant advantage in terms of experience and just, overall feel. We've been here before, and we've been here against tough teams. We've beaten Carolina in the playoffs. We've beaten Pittsburgh in the playoffs. That says a lot to, what the Rangers are capable of. And the Devils just don't have that. They just don't know what it's like to beat tough teams in the playoffs, to go 7 games in a series, to be down in a game and to come back. The Rangers have that experience. Specifically in the playoffs, Michael Theophil and the New Jersey Devils I mean, I think it's time. Honestly, I can't wait. I'm gonna get a broom from Home Depot, and I'm gonna spray paint it gold.
It
there's gonna be a golden broom coming out for the sweep. Okay?
Oh my God! I did not realize that.
Hockey, Brian.
No, I know, but Tiger chipped, and the chip went all the way back down. So then he had to chip again, and he's got like a 12, 13 footer to save par. So we'll see if he's able to do that.
Okay, let's save par though.
Yeah, we can definitely do that. Rahm double bogeying one.
Yo, he's beat, bro. He's fat and happy, complacent.
But one thing about what you were just referencing with the Devils, I mean, I agree everything you say, and I have to say on this one, I know you're excited. You want to stick it to Michael with the Rangers winning. On my end, like, has nothing to do with that, but Stacks, who you guys met, I cannot have the Devils win. I mean, I'm not kidding. He is going to talk about that for 5 months straight. And I just cannot hear it.
Dude, there's no way they're going to win. There's no way they're going to win.
Especially give him a couple of pops. Oh, forget about it.
A couple pops.
How about the Devils? I'm a real fan.
Yeah.
I've been to 50,000 games.
Oh, I already have a headache. Just thinking about it.
Could your thumb be in shape?
What?
Who,
me?
Eddie Mush.
No, not me, dude.
Yeah, you.
Sounds like you're going to be Eddie Mush, dude.
No, I'm confident.
No,
That's
but
why
Tony,
you're Eddie Mush.
Tony,
they're going to lose.
In all seriousness, though, I do feel good. Like
yeah,
you said
too,
about
dude.
the experience.
Says a lot.
Rahm looks like he went OB on his drive on too. Wow, really tough start for John Rahm here, heading towards the trees with his drive. But
OB,
like I said, I feel good. It'd be nice if we could make up those points to get home ice, but maybe we won't need it. With a sweep, that would
Center's
actually be
dead,
great.
dude. Honestly,
Maybe
more
Keith
Rangers fans
McPherson,
there.
big Devils fan, was talking about how he expects the Prudential Center to be loaded with Rangers fans for the series, which would be kind of nuts.
Maybe we'll be one of them, dude.
Yeah. Never know. And then we'll see what happens tonight.
If Michael went, you wouldn't know he's Devils fan.
Rangers getting a lot of respect, with Halak, likely to start here.
Let's go.
Minus, I think, 170 on the road
Wow.
with the Blues. Kind of a weird back-to-back here, towards the end of the year, but that, it is what it is, Tony. But, with Halak starting back-to-back, a little bit of tough travel. I mean, you feel pretty good there?
Yeah. Momentum, dude. Come on.
Yeah, exactly.
Halak's been good.
He
He wants to end the season out right.
He does, and I have to say, I mean, he's definitely exceeded my expectations, up to this point. So we'll see if he can answer the call tonight. But as Tiger looks at his putt here to try to save par, anything else, sir, that you wanted to mention here before we wrap up?
From the Rangers game last night, or just anything
Just in
at
general.
all?
Just in general.
I don't think so, bud. Right?
Just looking forward to some good food this weekend.
Enjoying the
Hopefully some Mets
games.
wins.
Yeah, dude. How do you feel about Easter food? Do you
Um,
do brunch typically with your family?
No. It's usually an early dinner.
What's for dinner? Pasta and shit?
No. Typically, it's a ham-lamb combination.
Oh,
and
wow. You go to holiday ham.
I hear all the people, hyping up the lamb, and I
You don't
can't
like
get
lamb.
there. No. Michael,
What is it?
lamb?
It's like my mom's same way, overrated.
Yeah, exactly. But lamb is so good. It's just like I can't get there. I don't know. You're kind of impartial to Tony. Or?
No. I actually do enjoy lamb. I love a good lamb chops. I love a baby lamb chop specifically. So good. And then they come out on the bone and it's like a fucking lollipop, bro. You just right away,
Michael
dude.
seemed like you like that one.
Michael doesn't understand good food. He loves good meat though.
But I do have to give a shout out, and I want to say my grandma was the originator as Tiger misses his par putt here.
Well, give a shout out to my grandmother as Tiger.
So I mean, I would imagine he'll make this to go to one over.
How far are we? Like 2 feet?
Yeah, right through. So Tiger unfortunately drops one there. To go
How does he look?
+1.
Does he look angry?
Slightly, but that I think that'll only motivate him for the par 3/4.
Listen, dude, early in the tournament, he's got to loosen up. Back's probably still tight.
Just birdie
Yeah.
4, and then we'll move on from there. But I wanted to say it's a babka bread that my mom's made for a long time. Excellent. So that's probably one of my favorite Easter staples. She usually makes like 4 or 5. Gives my uncle one. So shout out, Mom, you do an excellent job with that. But yeah, no, I would say though, that part of it aside, I would say the ham is definitely my favorite because, and we've talked about this. I don't like deli ham, but a fresh ham, a honey ham, is
honey
outstanding.
glazed. Oh, with brown sugar.
Yeah.
It's so good, dude. You ever get leftovers and fried up with eggs in the morning?
Yeah, I've done that.
Oh,
yeah, so good. And then also my mom also makes an outstanding regatta pie. I don't know if you've ever had.
Oh, like a dessert pie.
Yeah.
Yeah. My mother
Very
does
good.
that
Are
too,
you?
yeah.
How are you? Are you there with that, or I mean, what's
No, my mother.
cheesecake?
Yeah, cheesecake. But I don't
Is
think
she making one?
I don't think so.
Are you
dude.
disappointed?
No, because there's so much other pies, dude.
Yeah.
My family makes this pie called an Ibiza rustica pie.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically like, first of all, my parents also, what I love, we make homemade bread too.
Oh, nice.
And that is so delicious.
I bet.
Again, just like toast it up, warm it up,
Toast it up, warm it up.
just a little slap a little butter on it in the morning, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Michael doesn't care. But we take that, like our homemade dough, and you make like a nice, outer crust layer, and the inside, the mix is like ricotta, cream cheese, mozzarella, pepperoni, and obviously throw some eggs in there and like salt, pepper, and then you
Warm it
bake
up,
it,
toast
and
it up.
it's outstanding. So outstanding, Brian.
Love it.
And that's like, I mean, it's fucking, you make one that's like this fucking big and you have it for weeks, dude. It's amazing.
Yeah. No, it's good stuff, and definitely will be a great weekend.
I brought it home.
Sports is
last year,
ace
dude,
comments.
and Michael didn't want any. Sports Ace Podcast says went from sports talking about pies.
Hey,
LMAO.
we've had some lengthy food segments.
That's what it's all about here. I mean,
That
you
is
wrap
what
up the
it's all
sports, you talk about the food, big holiday, big food, big food weekend here, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Deviled eggs? You got deviled eggs?
No.
Do you like deviled eggs?
No, because I don't like mayonnaise. I don't like hard boiled eggs.
You don't like mayonnaise or hard boiled eggs?
No.
What soft boiled eggs?
No, I don't want to boil my eggs. Give me an omelet, give me a breakfast sandwich. I don't need to boil eggs. No, I know a lot of people do it. I'm just saying, I don't like hardened yolks.
Really?
I don't know.
So like if you were to get like, let's say a Cobb salad.
See, that's the one exception for whatever reason. I
Oh,
don't
so
know if it's the balsamic
Wow.
dressing, I guess, is what
So
does it for me.
you'll eat the hard boiled egg and the Cobb salad. Michael, you're on the show or you're off the show?
I have.
With good flavor. Wow, he's
I guess
he's insulting you.
There's a couple exceptions. I think it's the hardened yolk that really kind of.
How about you go out to like Metro or something, you get like a nice bowl of ramen, and there's like the hard boiled egg in there. For you.
Tiger just rolling off the French. I've gotten those before, and I think we've talked about this. I love Mecha, and there's another ramen place. It starts with a K in Stanford. I forgot what it's called, but it just kind of like bothers my stomach. I don't know.
Really?
Yeah, I love it though. The flavor, the broth.
Yeah.
I love soup. Huge soup person. French onion, my favorite,
so
but
good,
lobster
dude.
bisque, obviously very good as well.
New England clam chowder.
Yeah, and I'm sure Sports' Aces podcast is cracking up.
Speaking of Metro, Renee, were you at Metro last night? You and Mike? Oh, your roommate. Oh, Julie the intern. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's cool.
Maybe I could give it another try. I don't know. Maybe I just had to have some Tums prior to having it or something. I don't know.
Oh, man.
You could see it though. There's a lot going on there. A lot of spices.
Yeah.
And it's a concoction of different things.
No, and I could see someone eating it, and it's also like heavy too. It's not like necessarily a light meal, depending on what you get.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So the good stuff, and obviously, Tony, I want you to enjoy the long weekend there. Bring back Gears of War 1. We're excited about that.
I will remember that
for a gaming corner. And then tomorrow is it back to the Barnes and Michael special? He's pumped up about it. Ready to talk some Lakers.
Oh no, dude, pickleball,
Masters. Masters. Come on, enough with pickleball.
I mean, you brought it up.
We already talked about it enough.
Yeah.
But once again, a great show. We really appreciate all the comments, the likes, the subscriptions, and continue to spread the word. And let us know what you'd like to hear from us. Happy to talk about anything you guys would like in the world of sports. We even sprinkle in a little travel, a little food, just to name a couple things. But definitely, check out the archives on the YouTube page. Tony, Michael, Renee in costume. All the episodes of Screen Time, of Sportsport, of The Dream is Free, all of our vlogs.
Wow.
You definitely want to check those out, as well as the merch at downtimetv.com. And as Jimmy Nance said, spring is in the air, Tony. We want everybody to enjoy the day, enjoy the Masters, and we will see you mañana.
Hey guys, Tony here from Downtime TV checking in. I want to thank all our fans out there who's been liking, subscribing, sharing our content. You guys are the best. You guys are our bloodline. You make us love what we do. Thanks again.